how the universe works to manifest you anything that you want. Now, I had to come like to an undisclosed location, to be in the proper energy, the proper vibration outside, versus how I normally record my videos on the inside. But I have a very, very special piece of knowledge I want to tell you on how the universe creates manifestations for you. I think I've talked about this one time before. For those of you who've just subscribed to my channel, if this is your first time hearing anything like this, you're about to be amazed at what I tell you. First and foremost, let me tell you this. So this is what happened to me, and I'm gonna tell you why this happened, and this will correspond to like how the universe will manifest anything for you. So it was like 2 weeks ago. I was talking to some buddies of mine, and we were just having a conversation, a casual conversation. And one of my friends started talking about his car. And so he started talking about like different parts of his car, I guess because he got modifications done to his car or whatever. And we were just talking as men, amongst each other about, our cars and stuff like that. And he mentioned free air at Quick Trip, which is a gas station. He was like talking to us and telling us how you can go to Quick Trip and you can get free air. And I was just like, wow, really? I can go to Quick Trip and get free air? Like, wow. Like I didn't never know Quick Trip gave out free air. I didn't never think air was free. You know what I mean? But anyway, so yeah, Quick Trip has free air. But anyway, so leave that right there. Leave that right there. Now, keep in mind, this was 2 weeks ago, okay? Now, my car that I have has been like shaking a little bit in the steering wheel, and usually when the steering wheels shake, that lets you know that you might need new rotors or might need new tires, or you need to rotate your tires, okay? So I already had in mind I probably need to get some new tires, okay? Right. Okay, so that was happening for like a whole week. My steering wheel's shaking, right? Okay. This is how the universe works. Listen, folks, listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to the story. And so, just so happened, this morning, when I went to my car tire was flat. Now, the first thing that came to my mind was not, having anything to do with my car shaking or me needing new rotors or rotate my tires or anything. I just had the thought that maybe I need to get new tires real soon, since we were just having this conversation about, air, free air and stuff like that. Anyway, so first thing that came to my mind was like somebody punched a hole in my tire, and I'm just like, what? Who would do this? It was the first thing that came to my mind. I started thinking about all the things that I've done in the past 24 hours, which did not amount up to anybody, trying to retaliate or poke a hole in my tire or anything. I didn't run over any nail on the way home that day before, so I knew I didn't run over anything. So I'm just like, what could this be? And so when I looked at my tire, on the inside of my tire, my tread was wore out, and I could see the wires, and I felt around it and I could feel a hole in it. I'm like, wow, okay, so I should have gotten new tires a long time ago. Okay, so what I do is I drive to my local gas station because I need air, right? See? But I didn't think about the conversation that I had 2 weeks ago. I was just driving to the gas station for air. Okay, when I get to this gas station, they didn't have any air. And I'm just like, what in the hell? Like, how can a gas station not have air? This is the first gas station, but it was one of them rinky-dink gas stations or whatever. They got like 2 pumps or whatever the case may be. So anyway, so I'm just sitting there thinking like, how can I drive to the next nearest gas station without like my tire like falling off? You know what I'm saying? Because it's already flat. I done already drove to my local gas station, and my tire was just bloop, 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 had my hazard lights on. And so I'm just sitting there wondering, how am I going to do this? Like, am I going to have to drive back home? How am I going to get to the next gas station? Now, the universe starts to work then, because the universe gave me a shot of intuition. The intuition came to my mind. Remember the conversation that you had 2 weeks ago with your homeboys, and he was talking about free air at the Quick Trip? And I'm like, yeah. And the first thing that came to my mind was like, oh my God, there's a Quick Trip like down the road. But I couldn't drive there. I couldn't drive there that far because I'm thinking like, I don't want to drive too far because my tire might fall off. And so as I'm sitting there in wonder again, I'm looking around, and then I look up over the like hill of where I'm at. It's like a little hill where I'm at, like parked at the gas station. I look up over the hill, and this place is up there. It's like auto tires, like we fix tires or something. I'm like, so my tire's flat. There's no air here at this gas station. I'm looking at this place up there on the hill. They say they have tires. I'm like, man. Well, I can't buy a tire right now. I don't feel like doing all that right now. I have somewhere I need to be. So anyway, so I go to my trunk, and I decide to change my own tire right then and there and to put the spare on, which I did. I put the spare on, and I ain't put the spare on. This is before I put the spare on. So I ain't put the spare on yet. So I got the tools and stuff out, and I'm about to put the spare on. Now, I notice I don't have a certain tool to crank the car and jack it up. Like the little part that goes into the crank to actually turn it, I didn't have anything. And so I'm just like, man, what could I use? What could I use? And so I'm just like, I didn't know what to do. And so to take my bolts off, I had the thing to take my bolts off on my tire, but it was too big. It wouldn't even fit my bolts on my tire. And so I'm just like, yo, I'm just in a bind right now. And so my intuition spoke again, and it was like, hey, there's that place right there, the tire place. You should go up there and ask them for some tools. I'm just thinking in my mind, my lower self was like, nah, they're gonna charge you. What place is gonna give you their tools so you can use them? And I'm just thinking like, well, maybe they might let me use their tools to change my tire. So I go up there, I talk to the guy, and he's like, hey man, we can't do it. We have to have a deposit for you to take, our crank down there and change your tire. I'm like, no, it's right there. You can literally see my car right there. And so it took him a while. I think the universe was talking to him in his head. So it took him a while to say, okay. So eventually he was like, all right, man, okay, cool. Just make sure you bring it back. I'm like, I promise I'll bring it back. I'll leave my ID here, man, with you, just so you'll know I'm coming back. It's like, okay, cool. So I go down there. I change my tire, I put my tire on, my spare tire on, and then I get in my car, and then I start driving a little bit, and I started to notice like I can hear the spare tire making a noise, and I'm just like, what is it now? And so I get out my car, and I notice the spare tire was a little bit more flatter than all other tires on my car, and I'm like, what can I do? And that intuition spoke again, and the intuition was like, go to the Quick Trip down the street now. Since you have more air in your tire, you have a new tire on your car to spare, and put air in it. The air is free. So that's what I did. And everything was a success after that. So I'm saying that story to tell you this, folks. The universe works in mysterious ways, really mysterious ways. You could be doing something like today because you want to manifest something, or there could be something going wrong in your life right now, but the solution has already found, the universe has already found the solution for whatever it is that you're going through, or whatever it is that you want to manifest. I give you an example. Like if you ask the universe for more energy, okay, nothing might not happen like right away. I'm standing in high grass, so nothing might not happen right away, but if you really believe that you're going to get this energy from the universe might have you do weird things that you don't even know that is making your energy rise. Like the universe might give you an intuition. Hey, you need to drink water versus drinking juice today. Hey, you need to drink water versus drinking alcohol tonight. Matter of fact, you should get a water with your alcohol today. Okay. Next thing you know, you have to chase somebody down in a mall that you see and it's like they're way down there and you're calling their name and they can't hear you, and the universe makes you run, gets your heartbeat up, gets your energy up and stuff like that. After that, you might feel tired, but the universe did that to create an adrenaline rush in your body, the anatomy of your body, and you don't even know how deep the universe has to go in order to get this energy for you. And then the next thing you know, the universe, the next day, the universe might have somebody to come up to you and congratulate you on something. Say, oh, that's great. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I heard you do this. I like that shirt you have on. I like those shoes you have on. Once again, the universe is sending you stuff into your life to create a higher vibration. And then like on the fourth day, you got all this energy in the world and you wonder where you got it from. That's how the universe manifests things. It manifests things in margins, in pixels, in small little snippets. And then at the end of the day, it's like you got this grand picture that you wanted to manifest from the beginning, you know. And so that's how the universe manifests you things, folks. Like, a lot of people want to see like microwave manifestations where it like comes like right then and there. It usually never really ever happens like that. You have to go through a process of manifestation. The universe hears what you want. It's going to give you what you want, but you have to be willing to trust the process that it takes you through in order to get you to the place that you want to be, in order to get you to feel the feeling that you want to feel, the husband that you want to marry, whatever the case may be. You got to go through a process. Like, somebody might come up to you and be like, hey, did you download that Tinder application? And they're like, what Tinder application? Oh, it's the hottest new dating application online. And you're like, no, I don't really do that. I don't date people online. I heard that's dangerous. But see, that's just another opportunity that the universe trying to provide for you to find that Prince Charming. It could be your soulmate on that dating application. And you don't want to download the application, which is free, because of a fear, false evidence appearing real, you know, that you can't succeed on the dating site. And that's not true. You probably would find the man of your dreams on the dating site, or the woman of your dreams on the dating site. That's why the universe sends you that person, to give you that message so you can open up the doors for opportunities. And that's how the universe works, folks. It's never like money falling off on trees. Like, if you want money, you'll probably have to just wait and go through the process of, you know, people coming to you, giving you job opportunities, or, you know, somebody coming to you and they have an idea about creating something, and you have to get involved with that person to create the thing that you know, want to create in order to create money. It's always a process. So I just thought I'd get on here and tell you that I'm out here sun gazing. As you can see, the sweat on my forehead, getting more energy. And the reason why I made this video was for the simple fact that I have like there's so much energy right now, and I know where it came from. I mean, I literally manifest the energy the same way I told you in this video a couple days ago. And so, hey, it really works. Manifestations really works. This is how the universe works to manifest you anything that you want. Make sure you subscribe in the bottom right-hand corner, folks. Check out some of my other videos that have amazing content. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. See you on the next video.